Okay, Shalom Akim, Kahalayim La Yahabashim Yashabashir Hakudash, and double honors to the great and apostles, Thadia for the strength and all to make this video. And Yaratazar, you find it edifying and exhorting. And yeah, just to get straight to the point for this video, because this is the part 2 to the actual video, the video that I intended to do, which is Moab is the testing ground. But in the part 1, I went into a brief breakdown into the ancient Hebrew of the introduction, man. But Yaratazar, I'll get to the point in this part here. And if a part 3 be needed, then the part 3 be done. So, as I said in the previous video as well, Mike Ronaldo, the guy who owns this channel, Black in China, is a Jake that is, living in the land of Moab, and he actually speaks the Mandarin tongue, the Moabite lingo, very good. But anyways, there was something that, I noticed whilst I was watching this video of his. I just said, okay, let me make a video as well. So the Yaratazar, you can hear it as well. Alright, I'll begin from here.
You do it with your fingers, with your hand. Incredible. Whoever thought you might come out and without having any money with you, you just pay with this. Here we go. So, from now I'm going to stop using my fingers the wrong way, on the wrong side.
But that's the point right there, Kim, wanted to just highlight that brief moment there. Hold on. That brief moment there where, he was scanning his palm, which really, this is again a step closer to that final form of the MOTB. Just to clarify, that's that, the implant, which will be used. Let me just get the preset. The implant, which will be used, to pay for things, to sell, to partake in normal societal norms in terms of commerce or whatnot, consumerism and partaking in the society, really. It's going to require that implant, man. And of course, this is a step closer because it refers to, I believe, biometrics. Hold on, let me just read this. So Revelation 13 and 16, whenever we say MOTB, mark of the beast, this is what it's referring to here. Now it says, this is the scripture that is the main focus of that. Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Yeah, as though you guys can see that properly. So of course the Neuralink chip, you see where that's referring to foreheads, of course referring to the head. Neuralink chip there. There, I said it. But yeah, in the right hand as well, doesn't mean that would be specifically the right hand, but of course any hand, either way. The point is that implant is going to be placed in the hand, for people to use as a form of payment. And that's the final form. That's Esau's end goal, to put that within everyone. And of course, if you ain't got Yahweh Shim Yahshai, you won't be safe from all of this. So Revelation 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So of course, key part, if you ain't got that mark, you can't partake in society. You can't buy, you can't sell, which is the normal partaking of the markets, if you will. In order to earn money, in order to have a business, because you need to have this, which is the implant and engraving. So Revelation 13:18, here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, man. Of course, them sixes are Esau's favorite number. He always uses them in them news articles or certain movies as well. But the point is, it's that implant, man. Now, back to the video. This is just a step forward, man. It's just a step forward. That Moab is perceived as, you know, this the one who's leading in the technological domain, or in the technological markets, because they got their robots now, which the I've got another video here to show on it. If not part 2, then part 3, but I'm just focusing on this. This is just a step closer. It's not the MOTB, by the way, because he ain't got no chip in his hand to scan. It's literally just scanning the palm, you know, the palm of his hand, man. You know, probably a certain pattern there. But nevertheless of that, that's just a stepping stone to the final thing, because you know how Esau goes with, you know, he's a cunning hunter. Of course, gradually, you know, and every as it says in Psalm 64, you know, verse 6, he's got a very deep mind as well, man. I think it's Psalm 64 verse 6. Yeah, this is it. Psalm 64 verse 6, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. So of course he knows, alright, step by step, we got to nudge the people so that they get comfortable, and then once they get comfortable, we institute the next stage, and then they keep doing that in stages until the point where that MOTB, that implant, would then be the final goal, where everyone's going to be there. Well, where he's going to enforce everyone to do, or put everyone in a position where it's like they ain't got no choice. That's why it says he causeth all. It says he causeth all. So Revelation 13 again, verse 16. So Revelation 13, where's the part? It says he causeth all, which means he's going to put people in a position to be like, you ain't got no choice but to take it. But the point is, if you ain't got the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yeshai, the wisdom of the scriptures here, that's when, you know, you'll be subject to fall, because it's like, you know, you don't have your hopes for those of the world, for Israelites in the world that don't have their hopes in Yahweh Shem Yeshai, they're finished. They're finished. Hold on. I believe it's Revelation 3 and 9 as well. No, hold on. Oh, it's 3 and 10 actually. Yeah, so Revelation 3 and 10, this one here. Let me zoom in. So Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, these scriptures, doing the work, you know, appeasing Yahweh Shem Yahshai, I also will, which includes your prayers, you know, fasting, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, you know, which is when people are going to say, oh, damn, are they going to take the mark? Are they not going to take the mark? No, you're not supposed to, because then you'll be disobeying Yahweh Shem Yahshai. You'll be disrespecting Yahweh Shem Yahshai, because you'll be putting your trust in men and not in Yahweh Shem Yahshai. It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So of course we have to believe these words, and he will. Yahweh Shai will, because we've been doing the work, and of course we're not doing it in vain either. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. You see, to try them will be a test. It's like, who do you have your faith in? You know, as I like to say, well, I haven't said it in some time, but you know, it's going to be every man and their power. Everyone else, if you want to go serve your idols, go to your idols to see if they're going to save you. But for us, we're going to serve Yahweh Shem Yahshai, as it says in Joshua 24 and 10. I believe it's Joshua 24 and 10. It's in Joshua 24 though. Hold on, maybe it's 19. Hold on. It's gotta be here somewhere. Maybe my eyes are just scanning too fast. Yeah, those are good ones as well, but there's one specific one here. You know what? Just for the sake of time and this recording, I'm going to read verse 19 and verse 20. Hold on. Alright. So this is verse 15 actually. But I'm going to still read verse 19 and 20 as well, those key parts there. This is Joshua 24 and verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord Yahweh, but Hashem Yahushai, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, the house of Israel, really you can even get more specific, the house of David, we will serve the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The ones who actually serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai in truth and in sincerity. So of course, the point is it's going to be every man and their idol, man. Every man and their idol. Hold on, let me play it again and then I'm going to get some precepts as well.
我还没扫。
哦，你还没
先扫
哦，这个还对对。
先使用微信刷免费付款码支付，支付成功前请不要走开哦。
Yeah, man. I think there was even a place in what's it? Either Amazon Fresh or Amazon Pay. Not Amazon Pay, Amazon Fresh. One of them stores called Amazon Fresh, probably there in America as well. They got them in the UK too. I haven't really checked them out too much, but I think either you use your phone or you use your palm. I know it's in America as well because I saw the clip. One of the brothers uploaded it, some months back, maybe even last year, maybe even a few years back. But yeah, where you can use your palm to enter into the store, and of course it's then linked to your Amazon account, something of that form. So it's the same thing Moab is doing over here right now, man. I remember there was also another Moabite looking lady that used the same type of portal here. This green circle thing, to scan the palm. Which is really just a step closer. That's really what it is. It's a step closer. So let's get some precepts on that as well. Or some precepts on Moab really. Because Moab, I remember there was a time where people actually thought Moab was going to be the next superpower, either Russia or it's going to be Moab, which is the Chinese, by the way. And of course, Gog, reference to Russia, or Magog, from Gog, May meaning from, and then Gog, of course, referring to Russians. They thought either it's going to be Russia or the Chinese being the next superpowers. Alright, so this is Jeremiah 48 and verse 1. Actually, no, let me get to the key points here. It is referring to Moab, by the way, as it says, prophecy against Moab. Just to make it clear. Jeremiah 48 and verse 7, for because thou hast trusted in thy works, because Moab's got some, he's got some very good looking works over there, man, from the cars to the airports there, even from just watching this guy's channel as well. It's like, there's a lot of thing. He travels, in the land of Moab a lot as well. Does vlogs on these unique places from the mountaintops to, what else? Airports and certain technological advancements of Moab. So of course, yeah, Moab, of course they're going to be prideful of all their works as well. But let's read, Jeremiah 48 and 7, for because thou hast trusted in thy works, which is vanity, by the way. Ecclesiastes, what's it, 2 and 11 or something? 2 and 11 should be. Yeah. So Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and 11. Then I looked on all the works that my hands had wrought, and on the labor that I had labored to do, and behold, all was vanity and vexation of spirit. You see, worthlessness, a provocation to anger of the spirit, and there was no profit. There's no profit under the sun. You labor, and of course,